The 2026 NBA playoffs are officially underway, and right out the gate, we're already seeing statement performances, shocking upsets, and the kind of energy that defines postseason basketball. Let's start in the Western Conference, where all eyes were on rising superstar Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs as they faced off against the Portland Trail Blazers in Game 1. And Wembanyama didn't just show up, he made history. In his playoff debut, the young phenom dropped 35 points, leading the Spurs to a convincing 111-98 victory. This wasn't just a good game, it was historic. Wembanyama set a franchise record for the most points ever scored in a playoff debut, surpassing legends who came before him. From the opening tip, you could feel the moment wasn't too big for him. He poured in 21 points in the first half alone, setting the tone early and putting Portland on their heels. But this wasn't a one-man show. The Spurs played complete team-oriented basketball. De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle each added 17 points, helping San Antonio maintain control throughout the game. Meanwhile, Portland fought hard behind a strong performance from Deni Avdija, who finished with 30 points and 10 rebounds, but it just wasn't enough. The Trailblazers made a push in the third quarter, even cutting the lead down to just a couple of points at one moment. But every time they threatened, the Spurs responded. That fourth quarter run, that's where San Antonio truly pulled away and reminded everyone why they're a top contender this year. Bottom line, Wembanyama has officially arrived on the playoff stage, and if this is how he's starting, the rest of the league should be on notice. Now let's shift over to the Eastern Conference, where we saw one of the biggest surprises of the opening round. The Orlando Magic walked into Detroit and stunned the top-seeded Detroit Pistons with a 112-101 Game 1 win. And here's the wild part. The Magic never trailed. From the very beginning, Orlando came out aggressive, jumping to an early lead and controlling the tempo. They opened the game on a strong run and never looked back, playing disciplined, confident basketball on both ends of the floor. Leading the way was Paolo Banchero, who finished with 23 points and 9 rebounds, setting the tone for a balanced offensive attack. But what made this win even more impressive was the team effort. All 5 Magic starters scored at least 16 points. That's playoff basketball at its finest. Franz Wagner added 19, while Wendell Carter Jr. and Desmond Bane chipped in 17 each. On the other side, Detroit leaned heavily on Cade Cunningham, who dropped a massive 39 points. But outside of him, the Pistons struggled to generate consistent offense, and that's where the difference showed. Orlando didn't just outscore Detroit, they outworked them. They shot more efficiently, rebounded better, and executed their game plan at a high level. This loss also extends a troubling trend for the Pistons, who now have one of the longest home playoff losing streaks in NBA history, dating all the way back to 2008. So now the pressure shifts squarely onto Detroit heading into Game 2. Because if they don't respond, this could quickly turn into one of the biggest first-round upsets we've seen in years. 2 games, 2 very different storylines. On one side, you have a generational talent in Wembanyama announcing his playoff presence with authority, a performance that could be the start of a legendary postseason run. On the other, you have a hungry Orlando Magic team flipping the script and stealing momentum from a number 1 seed on the road. That's the beauty of the NBA playoffs. Anything can happen. And if Game 1 is any indication, we're in for a wild ride.